Hey, welcome back everybody. This is part 64, second final episode, and of course we're at C1 CNCN. So we just come back from some shelter. Remember, we knocked out all those enemies on the way over. So what we're going to do now, we're here. You're going to make sure you have a few PCC1s, grab any lost cargo, and as well, of course, make sure you got your orders. Yeah, you can change your outfit if you want, if you just want something which is going to give you better camo in this environment. Remember, it's like a sandy and rocky terrain. So yes, you've got all your orders. We made sure we got them all in the truck at the end of the last vid. So all your orders and all your cargo go into Villa Libre only. Only go into Villa Libre. Anything else, leave it in the private locker. And like I say, make sure you got a few PCC ones. Make sure you got your weapons, because we're going to be taking out a bunch of enemies now. Remember, for your weaponry, you want bow the stun gun, some silent sniper rifles. Yeah, that's kind of what you need. So I just grabbed some lost cargo. Yes, along the way, make sure you grab any lost cargo you pass, even lost cargo for other facilities. I know we're going to Villa Libre and then coming back, but of course, because we're coming back, we can bring any lost cargo with us that we collected for other facilities, and then we've got it with us when we make our way over to them. So the reason I'm getting to now here is because I'm going to use this watchtower in order to track and mark all the enemies. If there's no watchtower nearby for you, then that's why I've got all them PCC ones. Put one down, a watchtower guys, and then scan all these enemies. There should be about 13. If you find one of them isn't showing, it might be because that enemy is too far away from a watchtower, because that camp is quite large. There's not many enemies, but the enemies are quite spaced out around the camp. So over here is one of the recovery orders we currently have active. So yes, while we're making our way over here near the river, we're going to grab all this cargo. And you can probably see that cargo as well flowing down the river. If you just get near the edge of this cliff with the truck should grab it as it flows past you. Yeah, there it is. And be careful as well, because there's an enemy just in these tents up here. I'm just going to get out, take him out first, and then get back in the truck. So what I find, if I normally drive a bit further than this point where I am at the moment, it will normally spot me. I'm just going to go forward a little bit more. I mean, he won't necessarily get aggroed. You know, he might just see something and come to investigate and then spot me as he gets a bit closer. So yeah, try to take out this enemy. Yeah, there he is. So remember, we're on casual. This is a elimination order. Right, that's one down. 12 to go. Right, I'm going to get this other cargo nearby, and then what I normally do, I take out that enemy straight ahead as well, and I leave my truck here, and then I go around the enemy camp. Take out all the enemies, grab any lost cargo in the camp, and then circle back around to the truck. So yes, once you've got that cargo, the rest of the recovery order, I get out my truck, knock out that guy in that tent ahead. Then what you can do as well is put down all your cargo, if you've got any on your back. All you want on your back, guys, really, is some, of course, your weapons. And while I leave my truck here, I like to charge it up as well. Yeah, so I've put generator down. Now I'm going to come into the camp and take out all the enemies. Like I say, make sure you've got space for a bit of cargo. There's a few lost cargo in here. I probably came with too much weight on my back, but it's not like a big deal. I mean, I will have enough space. Right, so yeah, carefully take out all these enemies. Like I say, they're quite spaced out. If it's night time, that'll help, of course, with the enemies not noticing you. Yeah, that silent sniper rifle is so good. I mean, the bow the stun gun is good, but this is kind of, I mean, they've got to use this, but these are probably the best weapons. Silenced sniper is the best for long range, and of course the bow the stun gun is probably the best for short range. Yeah, so you see that lost cargo inside that big tent in the middle. I'm going to grab that as I go past it. Yeah, they kind of like to patrol around the tents, but then once in the middle, they kind of stay in the middle most of the time. But they might come out, so yeah, just be careful with these guys. You don't want to run up to a tent thinking the enemy's behind it, but it's actually around the other side and he spots you as you approach him. But yeah, while we're taking them out, I'll just let you know how it's going with Metal Gear Solid 3. So I got it yesterday. I've been playing it. my aim was to release a video today along with part 64 of this, but I've not quite finished the extreme difficulty yet. I wanted to kind of start recording before I finished optimizing platinum guide, but I think I just want to finish optimizing it first before I start releasing video, just so I know exactly everything's going to work out. I mean, I'm kind of about 90% confident it will, and that's why I was going to start uploading it. But there's some things where I might need to carry things from the start of the game till the end of the game in terms of certain food, because of course Metal Gear Solid 3 has loads of ways to deal with enemies and bosses, so I just want to make sure I know that we're not going to need to avoid eating some at the start of the game, or to grab some that we're going to need at the end. And of course, if I start uploading before I optimize the ending part, then, you know, of course I might miss out when it comes to doing that first or two videos. I've kind of got a little bit ahead of myself. So yeah, I think Metal Gear Solid 3, I'm first going to optimize the full run and then start uploading, and I aim to hopefully get the first video going tomorrow, guys, on Wednesday, when the final episode of this goes up. Hopefully the start of my Metal Gear Solid 3 guide starts going up. It's going to be platinum on one playthrough. You can do New Game Plus now on Extreme, but it's still quite easy. The big problem I find still is the boss fights on Metal Gear Solid 3, and the boss fights playing New Game Plus is not really going to make them any easier, because you've still got to use only the Mark 22, you know, knocking out the enemies. You still can't kill anybody on Extreme. And despite having modernized controls, some of the boss fights are still just as wonky as what they were back in the original. It's kind of weird, really. I thought the boss fights would be a lot easier, or go better, but it seemed to be just still as bad as what they were before. You know, with sometimes grenades not affecting the enemy, or, you know, just things like that, or your weapons not selecting properly, or for example a pain fight as well. It still takes you a long time to dive, so you jump off the rock to avoid the pain's attacks, and then you have to press circle again to actually dive, and it takes you like a few seconds to go from swimming on the surface to diving, and in that time you can get like hit by them hornets, which can seriously injure you. Yeah, still a few wonky things in there, but yeah, I'll explain all that, guys, when it comes to it. So we've just done that mule camp. We took out all the enemies, we gathered lost cargo around it, I got back to my truck, and now I've come across a river, and now I'm going to grab all the lost cargo around this kind of like small canyon like place. Yeah, I mean they're small ledges, and there's a river running through the channels, but yeah, there's a lot of lost cargo scattered about, so make sure you drive around scanning for it all. Yeah, there'll always be a recovery order here we want to grab, so we're going to make sure we grab that. Yeah, once we go from Villa Libre back to C1, CNCN afterwards, we're going to go across really quick. Yeah, watch rivers. As you can see, they're quite narrow rivers, but there are some deep patches. Look, that's all pretty much all red, that bit is in the middle. So yeah, make sure you scan this river before crossing it. You do not want to lose your truck with all that cargo. I mean, you'd probably just reload, wouldn't you? Yeah, you'll see me kind of go back across river and then back again. It's just as I'm moving around and grabbing the cargo. Because over here is a aid request. Yes, that's a aid request. I think it's for, is it for Villa Libre? I think it is. So yeah, make sure you grab that aid request, guys. You probably have to go across river, like I say, then go back across and get all the other cargo. So you can see that search area now. That's kind of search zone with the dotted lines. Yeah, so there's a recovery order here. So yeah, make sure you grab all this cargo. Yeah, and then once you've got this cargo, we'll make our way to Villa Libre, but we're going to take like a wide path around to it, because there is some cargo, but it's kind of right on the outskirts of the path we're going to be taking. So we have to go kind of like far away, and there'll be nothing, and then all of a sudden like two pieces of cargo will pop up. Right, so I've got all the recovery cargo. Remember, you'll get that message from Dolman once you've got every single piece, so make sure you got that. If it didn't trigger, I wouldn't say that dialogue always triggers, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah, just keep a lookout for it. Right, so now we're taking a wide right over to Villa Libre. Yeah, there's normally some cargo down there as well, but I think I've already got it. Or maybe I'm just kind of getting the environment a bit mistaken. Maybe I'm thinking this one should have been a piece over there. Yeah, because this area kind of, most of it looks the same. It's quite tricky to remember. It's quite tricky to memorize it all. I did try. I think I've done this bit about 4 times before I recorded it. Right, I think that'll be it, guys. Right, so for the Libre, yep, so we've got all the cargo we need. So we are going to max this facility. Yeah, nice, we do not need to come back here at all. I might come back here later just to complete a quick order. I can't even remember if I do that. You'll find out. Right, so back here. Yeah, so hold a few back. It's only on, it's only got 1 star. It's on star number 2. So he's probably going to get locked quite a bit. So I need to make sure I hold quite a few bits of cargo back. He or she. Right, yes, 4,000, 5,000. I'll let you know how many likes you need for this facility. So for Villa Libre, I don't even know. I don't think I wrote it down. I should have wrote it down, shouldn't I? No, I don't think I did. I think just because I maxed him so easy, I didn't bother checking exactly how many likes he needs. But as you can see, we've got a lot of likes for doing this. So like I say, just hold a few back because you're going to hit a lot of star locks because you're going to be unlocking a bunch of new equipment. Yeah, you have to do this at probably most of the facilities here. Yes, it's got locked again. Right, so 1 more piece to deliver and that should be that one maxed. From 1 star to 5. Yeah, it's probably not going to be any more orders to take on. So all we'll do is we'll grab any cargo and orders we left here earlier. Remember, we warped here earlier and we took on every order, but we left them here. We did not take them with us. We just put them in the private locker. Right, so that's it. They're maxed and got rid of all my cargo and lost cargo for them. Okay, so now check the private locker. All this cargo from orders we took on earlier, now put them in your truck. Yes, now we've taken on, we've knocked out, what about 16, 17 enemies altogether. So all those orders which are currently active are going to get like an extra 500 points or so from combat, providing it doesn't reach the limit. Of course, remember some orders have a limit, so it can only get 200 combat points or 100, it depends. So yes, take on all the orders you left there, guys. Again, make sure you check the shared locker for any cargo. Then get back in truck, and let's make our way back over to C1, Del Norte, CNCN. We've got most lost cargo along the way, but I'm coming along this path. There's 1 piece there. Now, I don't need to take anything for the Libre anymore. They are maxed. Watch the river again, guys, when you pass it. Do not drive through a deep end. If Death Stranding 3 comes out, I bet we'll get tyres, probably unlock right near the end of the game, which allow you to drive on water. Yeah, I bet that'll be next. Yeah, I know I've got a coffin board, but I mean for the truck. Yeah, I bet there'd be like inflatable tyres. Yeah, so back to C1 CNCN. Then from there, we're going to go to the Bokka, then to SDC, you know, South Depot Centre, and then up to the former Geophysics Research Laboratory. I'll remember the name. Just reading FGRL on my text guide, and I was thinking, who are they? Yeah, so once back at C1 CNCN, we'll deliver all orders and cargo, but you want to hold a few back until later. These are not going to have enough to max yet, but because we're grabbing most of the lost cargo for them, when we come back later, we might not have many different orders to deliver, you know, to bypass locks. So yeah, when we get there now, just make sure you hold 1 or 2 back and put them in your private locker. Unless you're confident you can max them now, which I doubt it, because I think I'm probably a few thousand points off still by the time I get here. I don't think I even get into the final star. I think I get into the 4th star, like near the end of it, but I don't quite get into the 5th star yet. Right, so yes, down here. So remember, deliver any cargo and orders, but just hold a few lost cargo back just in case, and put it in your private locker, ready for later. So now, any cargo for this facility which you do not deliver yet, leave it in this private locker. Yeah, I also get a trophy here, guys, as well, for completing all the elimination, delivery and recovery type orders, 10 of each. Yes, there it is. Season Porter. Complete 10 deliveries, 10 recoveries, and 10 elimination / destruction. Hopefully pop that trophy then. If not, we are going to do one more. There is one more order like that in this area. I think it's an elimination order. You have to knock out a captain or something. I think it is. But yeah, there is going to be one more elimination order coming up. I'm going to put it on story difficulty for that one, because I've got a trophy. But of course, if you don't have a trophy yet, you can leave it on casual. So when we do this next order coming up, you're ready to go. Right, and just in case it's already in progress, it's active. Yeah, leave it on casual. Right, so, I did manage to get him into his 5th star. But as you can see, I'm right near the start of the final star. So there's no way I'm going to push that all the way to the end with one tiny piece of lost cargo. So I'll leave that piece in the private locker till later. And because I've just popped that trophy, I'm going to quick save and change it to story. If you don't have that trophy yet, guys, you can leave it on casual, like I say, ready for this other elimination order coming up. Right, once you're done, so you want to take on any orders and cargo going to other facilities. Yeah, orders 207 and 208 might be available now. You can take them on, but you must be quick because one of them is an express order. But yes, orders 207 and 208. Yeah, and like I say, any other orders and cargo you've got in your private locker, put them in your truck. If you've got anything going back to the Libre, leave it, we do not need it anymore. So yes, them orders 207 and 208. Yes, as you can see, 207 is an express order, so you need to be quick when doing this. Now, this express order has a long way to go, and you might not do this in time. I don't think I actually do it in time either. But as long as you're within a minute or two of the time limit, you know, after it, you should still get a good chunk of likes for doing it. So yes, be quick now. This is an express order in progress. We've got 8 minutes. Yes, and so try to be quick doing this. So yes, once good to go, come outside. Keep an eye on any generators along the way. Should be quite a few, but you want to make sure you keep your battery topped up on your truck, of course. I probably should have done this before I took on the order. You know, just repair the truck to recharge it and repair it. Then we've been facing the right direction as well. Yeah, so we're going over to the Bokka. Keep scanning around for lost cargo. Because we have an express order, do not go too far out of the way this time. Just try to grab it if it's kind of a few meters along your route. Maybe within like 5 or 10 meters, grab it. If it's any further out of the way, maybe leave it. Yeah, and the way I'm going to go to the Bokka, so I'm going to take a bit of a longer way around to him. Yes, I'm going to go left around these hills to get up to him, because you find quite a bit of lost cargo around here, so I like to go this way. Remember, anything for the Libre, you can leave it. Of course, sometimes can't avoid it. I wish there's a button, you know, when your truck's about to grab something, you can press a button to make it drop it. Because so much lost cargo, it'll be picking up sometimes. You're like, no, let it go, but it won't. It just, we tried to spin the trucks quickly so it doesn't grab it, but it still manages to pull it in. Yeah, they need a button so you can cancel the sticky cannon. Yeah, like that for the Libre, for example, there. Am I going to grab it? Yes, so it would have been nice if I could press circle to cancel that. Yeah, so the Bokka is up there. Like I say, I'll come a kind of long way around, so I go left. It's mainly because there's a lot of lost cargo up here. And it's a bit of a smoother ride as well. There is an express order, sorry, not express order, a aid request you can do for the Bokka as well, where you've put down a ladder. You don't have to do this. You're going to get a lot of likes for the Bokka later. Like, more than enough, so it's not like the lights we got from this aid request made much difference. I'm sure it didn't. But yeah, just here, if you've got a ladder, you can put them down. If not, just craft ladder when you go to Bokka in a minute, guys, and then put down a ladder on the way over to SDC. Yeah, I'm doing it now. I should have probably told you to build a ladder at C1, CN, CN, where we just was. But yeah, like I say, we're going to the Bokka and then we're coming back this way. So you can just make a ladder at the Bokka and then come back this way, put down a ladder if you want to. It doesn't matter if it doesn't reach the other side, you just have to put one down within the little search area, the objective area. Yeah, so don't waste time like I'm doing, guys, trying to get it to line up, because you likely won't unless you've got two ladders and you join them. Yeah, just putting down, look, that doesn't really help at all, but you still get your likes. Right, let's go over to the Bokka. Yeah, I wasted probably about 30 seconds doing that. Like I say, you do not need to do that ladder request. It's full of Bokka, but we are going to get more than enough likes. The reason I did that is because I was hoping I was going to be able to max in here. Because I know I'm not that far, I'm not that many likes off. I'm very, very close to maxed in. I probably still need like another 400 or so. It's not a lot. But yeah, my hope was that ladder would have been enough. It wasn't. So we have to come back later. But we're going to be coming back with a lot of orders. Just, you know, why not? Why not bring more orders along the way when they're on the path? Right, so hold a few back and deliver what you can. So 220, 208 orders and a bunch of lost cargo. Yeah, this guy gives you the sticky gun. Probably should have unlocked this way earlier in the guide. Would have been useful. Example, getting that Mission Impossible cargo off the top of the monorail, or the Mission Impossible cargo on the side of the cliff. Yes, that would have been useful for that. And now we're pretty much unlocking the sticky gun with about 30 minutes left to go. It's probably not going to get any use at all.
Order completed. Well done.
Right, so deliver a few more. Yeah, we'll take out some orders in a second. Right, so you can see he doesn't need a lot at all. He's on 2,000 and he's pretty much about to go into his 5th star. He just got a star lock preventing him from doing so. Right, so I deliver one more and then I hold the other one back until later. So anything for the Bokka, you can leave it in the private locker, or anything going back to C1, CN, CN, yes, leave that in the private locker as well. We're going to come back along here later as we make our way back to C1, CN, CN. So we'll drop off, come here, and we'll grab any cargo we left. You can see then, 2,100 likes is almost enough to max him. I think this guy needs about 2,600 or something. It's not a lot. Right, so once you're done, like I say, any cargo going back to C1, leave it here in the private locker. And you want to take any cargo with you, going to the artist, going to SDC, and former geophysics research lab. Any orders and cargo going to them, take it with you. Yes, I was so close to maxing him. So the orders we want to take on now are 241, 244 and 246. So 241, 244 and 246. There is a recovery order for him, but I don't bother doing it. I did start it at one point, but it just spent too much time and it was eaten into that express order. And because we have to come back here, we're going to have loads more orders later anyway. You just don't need it. You don't need them likes. Yeah, so once you're ready, guys, like I say, make sure you've got only the cargo going to South Distribution Centre, the artist, and former geophysics lab. Anything else, leave it in the private locker. If it's for C1, CN, CN, we'll grab it on the way back. Because we'll be coming back past it later to obviously finish Bokka, and the C1 will be our last facility, I think. I think that's how I worked it. Right, so yes, making our way over to South Distro Centre next. Yeah, so 4 minutes, we've got 4 minutes to go. And it's further away than what you think. So you might think this is going to be easy, but it's actually quite far away. We've got a lot of driving to do. Yeah, at this point I thought, you know, I'm easily going to do it. And then I think I'm still about a minute over or so. Grabbing all this lost cargo takes a bit of time as well. So some there. Yeah, the artist levels up really easily, by the way. Don't worry about the artist. Yeah, so we'll make our way up here. Yeah, I do make a stop off at SDC. I was going to go straight up to former Geophysics Research Lab, or the Research Lab I call it from now on. Yeah, I was going to go straight up to Research Lab. But we need to go into SDC because there's going to be some orders there we want to take onto Research Lab with us. So that's going to probably waste another 30 seconds or so. You know, drive down to the terminal, taking the orders and then driving back up. There's also quite a bit of cargo around the ruins as well, on the way up to the Research Lab. Yes, that aid request over there. You see all that text kind of all blurred out. It's because there's about 5 items there. We're going to take that later. I can't remember what it's for now. It might be for C1CNCN. Yeah, it could be. But yeah, so we're almost there. Like I say, still grabbing any cargo along the way, any lost cargo. Like I say, as long as it's not too far off your path. Yeah, so we're going to take on some orders and deliver some cargo as well. Yeah, so this is similar to the other ones. We took on orders here and then warped away, just so we can get more combat points for these orders. So we'll check the shared locker first. I'll just take it all to be quicker. Take it all and lob it in the private locker. Right, so we've only got one order to deliver at the moment. Order 244. Yeah, I think this one needs the most likes out of everybody. I think it's this facility. It's this guy or the other C1. So we're going to come back down here after going to Research Lab. So all you want to take with you now is cargo for the Research Lab. Anything else, leave it here. We'll grab it on the way back down later. So only cargo for the Research Lab. Take only that with you. I think these orders for him, I think they're quite big. So if you don't take only cargo for him, you're probably going to run out of space. So that's why it's important you make sure you've got only cargo for the Research Lab. You can see I'm already getting quite full. So let's have a good sort out. Yeah, look how big that order is. That's that express order. So that artist one, I can get rid of that. High grade edible parts. I'll leave that here ready for later. Large optical lens. The classic Porter movie, whatever that was. Oh no, large optical lens. They are for Research Lab. I need them. So yes, get rid of all this cargo. Not going up to Research Lab. Put it in the private locker. We'll grab it on the way back past later. Right, got a bit of space now to grab some lost cargo along the way. So yeah, just double check. You don't want to leave here and then get to Research Lab and realise you missed something. Right, is that it? There are still going to be some more enemies to come, by the way, so you still need a few of your weapons. To be honest, you can get rid of them if you want, because you could just craft them again when we get to the artist. Because the next weapons are near the artist, so you can just craft some there, and then, you know, there's only going to be about 5 enemies. So it's not like you need loads of firepower. Right, so yeah, back in your truck, and let's make our way up to Research Lab. Yeah, you don't need a like Call of Duty arsenal for this. Just like one weapon should do the trick. One silent sniper rifle. Yeah, so back out onto the ground, leaving SDC going left up to the Research Lab. Yeah, so we're going to grab a bunch of cargo along the way. I think there's also some cargo for an aid request, which we'll also grab. Yeah, so you see all this? We'll grab it now, because when we come back down later, we're going to take a slightly different path, which has a bit more lost cargo. So yeah, take this path on the way up, and then on the way down, we'll basically take that upper path on our left. On our left, you can see kind of like the hill going up. Not this hill, I mean the one on the left, where you can see the mountain on the side of the screen. We're going to come down on top of that mountain on the way back. Yeah, when we go back to SDC later, there'll be a bunch more lost cargo for us to collect. Because we're going to grab all this lost cargo now around the ruins. So I'm at 7 minutes. If you wanted to, you could drive straight up there now to Research Lab, deliver only the express order, then come back down here, grab all the lost cargo, and then drive back up there, guys. Yeah, if you wanted to do it that way. Yeah, so quite a bit of cargo here. Only collect the cargo in this kind of small ruins around here. There are some other ruins a bit further up. We're going to leave them. So like I say, that's going to be the path we're going to go past later when we go back down to SDC. Right, I think there's just one or two more pieces in this ruins. Yeah, one of these is an aid request cargo, I think, as well. So yeah, make sure you get it. So see that lost cargo in the distance? Yeah, that's the ruins we're going to explore later. Yeah, so see that one over there? Yes, leave that. Right, I think I'm good to go. Yes, just make our way up to research lab now. Oh, almost forgot one. And that's the aid request as well. Yes, I almost forgot that aid request. Oh, and another piece there. Right, that's it. So let's make our way up. Yeah, so I'll grab them ones later. Let's make our way up this hill to research labs. I'm running out of time here. I bet I'm about 8 minutes already. So this order is already late. Yeah, I'm going to be about 1 or 2 minutes late, but you only lose a few hundred likes. And like I say, you get a lot of likes for this guy. It's not like you need every single like you can get. You can manage to lose a few. So we'll check the shared cargo first. And we'll deliver all our orders, guys, but of course hold a few back to deliver separately, because you're going to hit a lot of star locks. Right, yes, research lab. Yeah, so all that's left after this video, we've got what? 4 facilities left to max. And I'm going to max all them in the next video. Yeah, so that's the only trophy left to get, I think, for maxing every facility. And of course a platinum. Yeah, so 9 minutes 16, so I'm 1 minute 16 over. Like I say, it's not going to be a massive penalty.
It really doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah, see, where's the express order? Oh, that's it there. I lost probably about 200 likes, I think, 200 or 300 likes. Not a massive amount. I mean, you still get like a few thousand for that one. Well, not quite a few thousand, but you still get quite a lot of likes.
Picked up some.
Right, so it's over 5,000. You can always come back here with another order later, but you shouldn't need to. So I've hit the first star lock, 1.9. Let's push them over to the next one. Yeah, so I held a few bits of cargo back. Yeah, if they've only got 1 star, then hold 3 pieces back. That's normally enough to take them into the 2.9 lock, 3.9 lock and the 4.9. Yeah, keep 3 or 4 cargo if they're kind of like in their second start at the moment, because they'll hit 1 when they go into the 3rd, 1 when they go into the 4th, and 1 when they go into the 5th. I have no idea why I've got that thing on my head. I think it's supposed to scare cargo creatures away.
Thanks to you, we've made incredible strides. We all agree that you.
Right, another one max. Yeah, so the research lab, no need to come up here again. And then from here, guys, we're just going to drive down back to SDC, the artist. We do actually go to Villa Libre, we warp there. Yeah, we go to Villa Libre, then we go back to the artist, then to Bokka, then to C1. Oh, and then it looks like we go back to CD, SDC. Oh, so you do have to do a little bit back and forth towards the end of tomorrow's video, but it's quite quick to do, so I think I use the DHV quite a bit. But yeah, we'll leave it there for that one, guys. Part 64. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the final video tomorrow.